Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Now, first and foremost, I'd like to first apologise for being away for so long. It's been work, life, and even my own mental health has stopped me doing these videos. But I've had time to reassess and reclaim the control I need over my life and stuff like that, so I can continue to do these videos for you. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about a subject that is very close to me personally and something I experienced a lot of in my younger life, and that's bullying. Now, it is a problem that affects millions of people around the world, including myself. I know firsthand the devastating effects it can have um, on a person's mental health and emotional well-being. Now, as I've figured it, there's four different types of bullying, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, and we can add more in later. First, it can be broken down into four distinct categories. First is physical, so everything from hitting, spitting, slapping, punching, right through to stealing and destroying someone's personal possessions, making mean and rude hand gestures, and touching in an unwanted and inappropriate way. Second, verbal, goes without saying, so stuff like name calling, insults, teasing, intimidation, homophobic or racist remarks, inappropriate sexual comments, taunting, and even threatening to cause harm. Third, social, which also can be just as damaging, if not more so. Lying and spreading rumours, leaving someone out on purpose, telling others not to be friends with someone, embarrassing someone in a public place, and damaging someone's social reputations and relationships. Now, that can be both in child's life and in adult life as well. I'm sure we've seen it all. I'm sure we've heard about what damaging a rumour can do. If you've not seen it, I implore you to go watch the series 13 Reasons Why. If you've not seen it, please do. But if you are at currently a vulnerable state, please watch it with a responsible and a well-adjusted adult, because it goes on to a topic such as school bullying and that sort of thing, and what can happen with the effects of a rumour. And also, probably the biggest one, probably today, cyberbullying. Now, that's everything from posting and sending hurtful texts, emails and posts, stuff on social media, that sort of thing, making online threats, imitating others online, imitating others on using online or using someone's login, deliberately excluding others online and spreading nasty gossip or rumours online as well. Now, I was once a victim of bullying from the age of 5 years old to 15. I don't know the reason for the bullying. I had many theories. One, it could be because my surname is unusual. There's not many people with it. Many people thought I was foreign, although I spoke perfectly good English. My family are British. It was my granddad who was Ukrainian. Another thing, and this is not to be egotistical or big-headed, at a young age I was very, very intelligent with mathematics, science, that sort of thing. So I got picked on a lot. There wasn't many days that I didn't go on with a bust nose, a bust lip, a black eye, that sort of thing. Um, at first, I couldn't really shake it off, and I couldn't really disguise it much. But then I found football at around 9 years old, and that sort of thing. I could tell my parents that a ball hit me in the face, or it was just a bad tackle, that sort of thing, and I hid it for a long time. Um, it was one of those things that didn't get me down for some reason. I still kept going to school. I didn't have any days off school from it. Um, and I didn't really retaliate until one day I did. And I'm not proud of that action. Um, but sticking up for myself, yes, I'm proud of myself for that. But the way I did it, probably not so much. And that's just me being honest. That I will go into further detail in another video, but not today. Um, so I still remember the feelings of isolation, the fear of going to school, and the constant torment that I endured. It's something that no one should have to go through, yet so many do every single day. But here's the thing: we as a society have the power to stop bullying. We have the power to make a difference in those lives of those who are being bullied, and to prevent future instances of bullying from happening. Now, it starts from education and awareness. You know, um, did you know that one in five students in the US um, report being bullied at school, or that 50% of adolescents have experienced cyberbullying? These are just not numbers. These are people with real emotions and who are being hurt every single day. So, what can we do to stop bullying? Well, first step is to speak up. And if you see someone being bullied, don't just be a bystander. Be an ally, be a friend, and be that voice for those who may not have one. Other things we can do to help someone who is being bullied is to recognise some of the signs. And some of the signs may not be all of them, but there maybe a few of them. So some of the signs of people experience bullying are unexplained injuries, I mentioned before, coming on with different marks, bruises, that sort of thing. Missing personal items could be anything from pencil case, pens, right down to mobile phones and jewellery. Changing of eating habits. If your child or your partner or your son, daughter, whatever, used to be one of these people who used to clear the plate every night and suddenly they're barely touching the food and that sort of thing, and you see their eating habits change, could be a cause of concern. Difficulty sleeping. Yeah, I understand. I understand that one. I didn't sleep a lot when I was going through my sort of like phase of being bullied. It was a tough time, but yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to track someone's sleep now, but I'm sure you'll be able to see it. Sleeping too much. Yeah, it's another one. If they're just constantly staying in bed and stuff like that, and the bar and being ill, that's obviously something to prick your ears up. Social withdrawal. If they were usually the social butterflies and always had a load of friends, and suddenly they're staying at home in the bedrooms, upstairs, that sort of thing like that, not really talking to anyone, being quite distant. Another red flag there. Suffering grades or lower work quality. So this could be in school, university, college, or even in the workplace if you've got friends, family, or colleague, that sort of thing. And you knew where there's constant, differences in work or grades, where there used to be really good work and now it's quite suffering, and you can see it. Then obviously not point out in a rude way, but probably try to talk to them, try to see what's going on, that sort of thing. Just ask them the questions and stuff like that. And if they need any help, just be there for them. And obviously, signs of self harm, probably the biggest one. But um, again, one of them sort of things that are for people who have self harm, I myself included, they can be easily disguisable, they can be covered up. So it's not about looking in the obvious places, it's looking in the places what normally the people don't show off. Um, but still look: arms, legs, feet, that sort of thing, stomach, anything like that. Just just keep your eyes open. Now, cyberbullying is a thing that's come to prominence over the last few years. There's been a few notable cases in the news recently over the last few months. Young people, barely out with the teens, not even in mid-teens, taking their own lives and that sort of thing through cyberbullying, and it's horrendous. Personally, my point of view is anybody who forces or makes someone feel like they need to take their own life should be prosecuted in that way. Um, and for whatever crime they want to put it under, involuntary manslaughter, whatever. That's my point of view on that. People should be done for that. Also, probably the most high-profile cyberbullying case I've read about was the 21-year-old Japanese female wrestler Hana Kimura, who was on the way to the top, had everything going for her, and through cyberbullying, she took her own life. It was a massive loss for the wrestling community as a whole. I'm a fan of wrestling and professional wrestling and stuff like that. So that was a big loss for someone who had everything going for her, and it felt like such a waste. Um, but it was just very upsetting, very troubling that even the people who were in the public eye can be taken so low just to do that sort of stuff, and to take their own life is an absolute tragedy. But please, if you have any doubts of your children, your colleagues, even friends and stuff like that being cyberbullied, please reach out to them. Ask them if they're doing okay. Ask them if they need anybody to talk to. Let's get out of this. Let's unplug and go somewhere where we're not, even leave the phone in the car. Let's just go for a walk. Let's not have any distractions. Let's just get some time to, yeah, unplug. So the statistics are quite mind blowing actually when it comes to cyberbullying. 90% of teens in the US believe cyber harassment is a problem. 15% of young cyberbullying victims would prefer to keep the issue a secret, which is 15% doesn't sound a lot, but that's a lot of people who are keeping it a secret. Students are almost twice as likely to attempt suicide if they have been cyberbullied. Then that's a big one. As I say, studying now all online, that sort of thing, easy to get to. It's easy accessible, and everybody's easy to get to. 80% of teens say that other cyberbullies do it because they think it's funny, and obviously bullying someone's not funny. It's not a humorous thing to do, and obviously going down that rabbit hole, if you want to take it to where someone takes their own life, it's definitely not a laughing matter. Now, 37% of bullying victims develop social anxiety, and rightfully so. They won't know who to trust, and I completely get that. 59% of US teenagers have experienced bullying or harassment online. 59% is over half. And that's just in the US alone. I wonder if you had to go worldwide, I bet that numbers are going to be a little bit higher. And 14.5% of children between the ages of 9 and 12 have been cyberbullied. 9 and 12. I mean, that the personal opinion, I think 9 and 12, I'd be limiting time online for ages that way, unless it was for homework, that sort of thing, studying, that sort of thing. But stuff like social media and stuff like that would be a no-no between them ages. I don't think they're met, emotionally or mature enough to do stuff with that, to know how to deal with stuff like that. And then 66.3% of teenagers tried to help the victim. 66% of trying to help somebody else who's been bullied by cyberbully. That's a great number, but it could be higher. 66% is a good start. If we can get up to maybe 96 or maybe higher than that, that'd be a fantastic result overall. Now, I truly believe that kindness and empathy are the antidotes for bullying. By promoting a culture of acceptance and understanding, we can create a world where bullying is no longer tolerated. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels safe and valued. Together, we can stop bullying. Now, thank you for watching. If you're liking the content I'm making, please like and subscribe. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the notification bell. But remember, it only takes one person to make the difference. Will you be that person? Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Take care.